This is where I'm going to place my shark bite. And yes, it has a shutoff valve. I'm going to have a shutoff valve above a shutoff valve. This is where I'm going to cut, right underneath the elbow, and this is what I'm going to cut it with. I've had this tool for years. I probably paid $10 or $15 for it. Totally worth the investment. If you've never used this tool, no worries. It is a cinch. Just pop it on the pipe, tighten the tension, and just twist and twist and keep turning and turning and turning. And you might have to tighten the tension every once in a while so that blade stays very taut up against the pipe. And then you just keep going till it pops off. And yes, when you're reaching 2 feet away, your arm is going to get tired and it's going to be frustrating. And just keep tightening and turning and tightening and turning until it pops off. I'm marking a 1/2 inch down because once I place the shark bite on there, I want to know that I've pushed it down far enough. Shark bites, once they're on, unless you have a special tool to remove them. And then that's it. I'm just going to take my shark bite, I'm going to push her down, and you got to push down with a little bit of force, but you also want to be careful not to push down too hard that you break something. I'm just going to wrap the threads with some thread seal tape. This is very important if you don't want leaks. And then when done, I will attach the water line. I'm only going to attach it by hand because I want to make sure the faucet works and everything's kosher before I actually tighten it with a wrench. I'm just going to proceed to do the exact same thing to the other side. If you think that it's weird that those shark bites have shutoff valves on them, you're not alone. I actually kind of pissed off Home Depot when I went to the service counter and asked if I could speak to someone who actually knew something about plumbing. They didn't take too kindly to that, but I'm sorry, like every time I'm in Home Depot, it's some person that's in their young to late 20s and I ask them questions and I shouldn't know more than they do when I'm literally just a novice. I'm not an expert. I shouldn't know more. I digress. They were the only ones that had the proper size I needed for those hose lines. So it is what it is. I have 2 shutoff valves now. It's not the end of the world. Whatever, cool, we're good. I've turned on both shutoffs and there will be leakage because remember, I only hand tighten them. And there goes the bowl and oh my goodness, we have water. We have water. And look, a sprayer. Look. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you how happy I am? This is my dream faucet, people. And this is evidence and proof that when you hand tighten something and you think it's tight, it's not tight. Those biatches, they need to be as tight as a drum. So here I am. I'm just going to tighten them up. And I'm always amazed at how much more I can actually tighten something with the proper tool. And while this actually probably isn't the proper tool, it's just what I'm using right now. And always make sure you don't go too tight. You want to be tight enough, but not too tight. In the end, I'm actually going to have to remove these, retape and reapply when I get either the plate or if I choose to get 2 dispensers, one for dish soap, hand soap, or possibly lotion. I will probably go with the plate because I don't know if those dispensers is enough to cover the area where there was rust showing. What do you guys think? What would you do? A big part of me, if I can get away with getting 2 dispensers and not have to have one more thing sitting on my counter, I'm all about that. In the end, it probably won't matter because I'm hoping to switch out and get a new sink. Ideally, once I get a dishwasher, I'd love a deep single basin sink or a double basin that has an attached drain rack area. And in my dreams, it would be porcelain, but I think I'm pushing it a little too far. So here she is, everyone. I feel like I need to name her. I love her so much. And as you can see, I need to change out that bottom to match the brushed chrome or stainless and figure out what I'm going to do with those 2 holes. Faucet's in, but we're still not done because I need to finish the plumbing. If you want to see me use this tool for the first time, tune in to part 3 of this series. I have never worked with PVC, so this is a first time for me, so come along.